Hey everyone, this is Alan Schimmel, DevOps.com, DevOps TV, here live on the floor of Jenkins World from our DevOps broadcast booth. We're lucky to be joined by three Microsoft Azure people here today. To my right, I have Ken Thompson. To my left, I have PC Chen. And to my extreme left, we have Arun Chandrasekhar. Yeah?
Not bad.
Okay, we did it. So what's Microsoft doing at a Jenkins conference, guys? Let's talk about it.
Yeah.
Ken,
So
what is it?
We're here talking about everything Azure and Jenkins, which is kind of three main things. First is being able to provision Jenkins. So we've got a pre-baked solution template on Azure, makes it really easy to stand up Jenkins in a matter of minutes. And then
10 minutes.
10 minutes, there you go.
Fantastic.
And then we've got some integrations from Jenkins into Azure, so you can leverage virtual machines and containers for build agents. Containers is a really nice one. We just released that, and you can do per second billing. So really nice use case for build agents. Really work that cost down. And then you can also deploy to Azure services. So we've got a number of Jenkins plugins for Azure App Service, Azure Container Service, virtual machines.
Wow. Excellent.
And don't forget that we also have our core offering for Kubernetes, which is beyond the Azure platform.
So we want to contribute to the open source community. So
Well,
you
that-
can use that plugin to deploy to any
Kubernetes, not just
cluster.
Azure.
Yep.
I mean, that's one thing. I don't care what anyone says. I mean, the Azure platform. I mean, what a terrific job Microsoft has done, making it really kind of equal opportunity for all. Whether you're running Windows or Linux, Kubernetes or Docker, right? Jenkins or something else.
Yep.
There's a home for you on Microsoft Azure. But also, you guys have announced some new plugins that PCU wrote
No,
for
well,
Jenkins,
my
or
team,
your team
my
led.
team. I'm a program manager on the
Okay.
Azure tooling team.
Well, can you share with our audience a little bit about what those plugins do?
So actually, Ken already spoken a little about the three plugins we are announcing tomorrow. The first one is the container agent plugin. Basically, you can stand up a agent and be able to build, in Kubernetes on ACS. So in Azure Container Service.
Great.
And then we cover the build story, right? Then we have the deployment story, and you can deploy to Kubernetes. Right, and
Great.
because the deploy to Kubernetes class plugin is basically for any Kubernetes, so you can use that to deploy obviously to ACS as well. But we obviously need to optimize it for Azure, so we have ACS deploy to ACS Kubernetes plugin.
And ACS is the Azure Container Service that supports all orchestrators like DCOS, Swarm, and Kubernetes.
Right, that's right.
So, guys, let me ask you, if you know, do you have how many Jenkins deployments are there on Azure today?
We don't have we don't track it to the sort of number of deployment, but I think what we have seen is there is a very, very healthy growth since we've sort of started contributing. So we've been doing this for nearly 2 years now in terms of our Jenkins integration to Azure, and we like the growth that we're seeing is a very nice hockey stick, which means that customers love our instances on Azure. And it's interesting that the Jenkins Azure Marketplace image and the solution template is one of our biggest winners, which is a surprise. I thought that people would just use their local
Well, I don't
on-premise.
think it's a surprise. I mean, I don't think it should be any different on Azure than it would be on AWS or Google or any of them. I mean, I think Jenkins usage is probably pretty consistent across the marketplace.
Yep.
And I don't, as silly or as radical as it may sound, I don't think people come to Azure anymore thinking, oh, this is Windows. Or I need Windows, so I'm going to go to Azure. Otherwise, I go somewhere else. People say I need a cloud platform.
That's it.
And I'm going to evaluate which one gives me the most options. Which one gives me the most versatility and price.
Yes.
Price is always important.
Exactly.
And you know what? That's why people choose it. So those same people are also the people who run Jenkins.
Yeah, absolutely. And we are going sort of beyond that to sort of from a Microsoft perspective, we are helping customers who have a suite of OSS, not just Jenkins, like Jenkins, they typically use it with things like Terraform. They use it with other tools like Packer and so on. So we're also combining Jenkins with all the other open source systems in a way that customers have the choice to use the tools that they already know and love, rather than figure out, what tool should I use on each platform. Right? That's something that we're kind of very, very happy and proud to share, is that the amount of investment that we're doing in that is like pretty significant. So,
It is significant. It is significant. So is this the first time you guys have attended Jenkins World?
Yes, my first time.
I was here last year. I had a session on that time. It was just a very tiny team. It's amazing to see that now we have grown to, like, thanks to PC, who's now the sort of product owner for Jenkins. We have started from a very tiny team, and now we've grown to a pretty significant size team in Microsoft. So.
Yeah,
Ken,
my first time at Jenkins World.
So we've heard Arun's observation. What about you two? What do you guys think?
At Jenkins World?
Yeah.
It's been great so far. It's like good announcements and sessions, a lot of buzz in the expo hall. We're getting a lot of people come by the booth and interested to see, what offerings we have. Existing Azure customers, new customers, so it's good.
It's very valuable to be able to talk to customers and understand their pain points and
Sure.
see how we can prioritize our roadmap.
Well, I got to assume that as word gets out that Azure is Jenkins friendly, there's a big Jenkins, user base out here that will be eager to use that. So that's fantastic. Also, I will tell you, as just someone in the DevOps community, or maybe an observer of the DevOps community, it's encouraging for me to see Microsoft embracing this, and because in a lot of ways that's validation that it's real, that it's not a fad, that it's not, it's real. And it's a big thing.
Yeah, and a tiny factoid I like to share that I shared a year ago, but I don't know how many people know about it, is that Jenkins itself, the open source version of Jenkins, builds completely on Azure.
Really?
Yes. So the community lead of Jenkins basically worked with us, and now every single check-in that you make to the open source Jenkins will actually go and build using the VM agent plugin that we talked about, and we're also looking for them to move to the Kubernetes and the containerized world. So it's all on Azure. So.
And my team is also making continuous improvement to the plugin, and Tyler is leveraging all the updates.
Fantastic. That's good. Continuous is the way to go with it, of course. But one quick last question I wanted to ask you. For people out in the audience who watching us on YouTube and maybe are not at Jenkins World, where can they get information about Jenkins on Azure?
Go to aka.ms/AZ Jenkins Hub, and that'll get you to the Jenkins landing page on our docs, and that'll give you everything you need to know to get started, whether that's quickly provisioning the solution templates or integrating into Azure services using the build agents.
We'll try to get that link into the notes on the video.
Yeah, that'd be great.
So that's important. Well, guys, thank you for appearing on today's, appearing at Jenkins World and being on our video today. Continued success with Azure. We always like to hear more new, exciting things as you kind of push the envelope on what a cloud provider does.
Cool.
Good
Thank
stuff.
you.
Thanks for having us.
Ken, a
Thank
pleasure.
you.
PC, a pleasure.
Thank you.
Arun, thank you so much. A pleasure. This is Alan Schimmel for DevOps.com and DevOps TV here at Jenkins World with the Microsoft Azure team.